Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So we're going to do something a bit different today. We're going to be paying tributes to the late Bernard Cribbins, who sadly passed away last month. I apologise that it's taken so long for me to get this video done, but I hope that it'll be worth the wait for you all. So despite having never even met him, I was really upset when I heard of Cribbins' passing, and I know a lot of other fans of his work were too. He entertained multiple generations over a career spanning nearly 80 years. Now, to go through his entire career and look at every single thing he did during that time would definitely be beyond the scopes of this short video. So I wanted to highlight his work on the revived series of Doctor Who as Wilfred Mott specifically. Despite technically not being a fully fledged companion for more than one story, and only appearing in a handful of episodes overall, including an upcoming special for the show's 60th anniversary next year, Wilfred Mott has always been one of my favourite characters from the show's entire history, and this is absolutely down to Cribbins' incredible performance. We have his usual slightly slapstick sense of humour and wit sprinkled throughout Wilf's character, of course, but the role also brings out Cribbins' exceptionally talented acting chops, especially in David Tennant's final story, The End of Time. The Doctor and Wilf go through an awful lot together in that two-parter, but what really stands out to me about that whole storyline and what really makes them work so well is the scenes on the Vinvoce spaceship between just the two of them. They're full of such raw emotion and you really get the sense of what exactly their relationship to each other is. It should come as no surprise that a script by a writer like Rusty Davies is able to be so emotional and moving. After all, it's something which Davies has always excelled at throughout his entire writing career. But these few minutes in the second part of The End of Time are a brilliant example of it. We see the Doctor and Wilf discuss everything that's happened before Wilf goes on to talk about his time serving in the British Army in the British Mandate of Palestine after World War II. We also learn in the first part that Wilf never once took a life, something which he is very proud of. These details were actually taken from Cribbins' own experiences, which he told Rusty Davies, who then included them in the script for these episodes. The Doctor then tells Wilf that
I'd be proud.
Of what?
If you were my dad.
And then Wilf pleads the Doctor to take his old service revolver and use it to kill the Master. The Doctor of course initially refuses, but Wilf persists, eventually crying in the process.
An order, Doctor, take the gun. You take the gun and save your life. And please don't die. You're the most wonderful man and I don't want you to die.
It's clear to see from this moment especially that Wilf really cares about the Doctor and doesn't want him to die. And the feeling is certainly mutual, as the Doctor clearly thinks highly of Wilf too. Wilf's affection for the Doctor is probably down to him believing that the Doctor brings out the very best in people, his own granddaughter Donna included. After all, in an earlier episode, Journey's End, Wilf even goes as far to say that
But she was better with you.
Don't say that.
No, she was.
he could see how happy the Doctor made Donna and how much she felt more like herself when they were travelling together. And the Doctor clearly respected and cared about Wilf a great deal too, which is why as much as him getting worked up in that scene towards the end where he saves Wilf can come across as being very selfish, he would always have saved Wilf's life. There is never really any question in his mind about it. And yes, the Doctor is the Doctor, so of course he's always going to save someone's life if he can, but I like to think that Wilf isn't just another life to save for the Doctor. He's someone who the Doctor is proud to stand alongside with, someone that he cares about deeply. Wilfred Mott probably represents the very best of humanity in the Doctor's eyes. Selfless, loyal, determined to find and help the Doctor through one of his darkest hours, and being proud of the fact that he never ever took someone else's life during his military service. And that's probably why just before the Doctor saves Wilf's life, he says,
Wilfred, it's my honour.
David Tennant is a brilliantly talented actor in his own right, but the fact that Bernard Cribbins is also acting his socks off in these scenes just shows how much of a phenomenal actor he is as well. And whilst I'm sure many people will remember him for his comedy and wit, these scenes also show us that he was really capable of pulling such intense emotion off really well. He was one of his generation's finest actors and one of the greatest actors of all time.
Every night, Doctor, when he gets dark and the stars come out, I'll look up. On her behalf, I'll look up at the sky and think of you.
Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said earlier, this was something a bit different, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Obviously, I never had the honour and privilege of meeting Bernard Cribbins, so I only really know him from his work, such as of course as Wilf, but also as PC Tom Campbell in Dalek's Invasion Earth 2150 AD, where he's an enormous delight to watch in as well, and I also grew up watching The Wombles, which he of course narrated, and I'm even familiar with some of his music too. But I wish to send all my love and thoughts to his family and friends through this difficult time, and I hope that I did him and his extraordinary career justice. I'm so sorry it took me almost an entire month to do this video. I just needed to really think about how I was going to do it and try and make it as respectful as possible, as well as let Cribbins' work speak for itself in some ways. I hope that I've done a good enough job at that, and I'll see you all with another video very soon. Bye bye!